am concerned for your well-being. Quickly escape. Don't let your talent go to waste. If only I could successfully lure him away. But don't provoke him. Dad, he's only a fifth layer of bone tempering cultivator. Why waste time? Just go deal with him alongside Uncle Sunday, get his head and hand it over to the 7 houses. Then they will hail us as heroes, Nana. Quiet, fool. You know nothing. Idiot, who dares to do anything in this situation? I don't even know how I'm going to die. Taking my head, you say? That's a good plan. No, we have no intention of doing that. Shouting is a foolish child. I promise you, we aren't your enemies. Please leave quickly. Leave before the venerables are back. Ha ha ha. Them coming back. I set those arrays and know them like the back of my hand. If even one man escapes. My head. Pale King Halls. Elder Yen. Joie. Joie fan. How did you get here? I took advantage of Yen Song not paying attention. You should have died in there. Now, your corpse is going to be in pieces. Monster. Fortunately, we did not act recklessly. If Shua Fan, at the bone tempering stage, can do so, then we would have ended up like Elder Yen. What I just said. Do you still remember? No, I don't remember. Don't know what you're talking about, Steward Joie, ha ha ha. Yeah, my ears must be playing tricks on me. Ha ha ha. Thanks, Steward Joie, for helping me get rid of that one. It would have been much harder for me alone. Elder Yen, you let one escape with your skill. Steward Joie, I was just a little careless. He was also an alchemist, so. Elder Yen. Do you have any idea what I was just about to promise these guys? A head. Ha ha ha, so tell me, whose head is it going to be? Steward Joie, that's easy. Isn't it just some heads? Aren't there 4 heads lining up for the taking? Good point. With them dead, no one will know about your blunder. Yes. Please spare my life. Steward Joie. Please be kind and spare this dog's life. Please show some mercy, just let us go as a fart. Elder Yen, what of the other 2? They're dead. All right, take these 4 in. I want to leave them for that snot-nosed brat to handle. And teach him how to be a clan head. Please spare my life. Please don't. Big Brother Joie. Ha ha ha. Old Pang, I'm relieved to see you still kicking. Ha ha ha, Steward Joie, if I am to die, I will do it fighting for the Luo clan. Never will I waste away in training. Miss Lei, how are the people I asked you to train? Damn you, bastard. As soon as we meet, you go straight to business, can't you just say a few words of concern for me first? Miss Lei, how have you been? Now you want to care about me, too late. Ha 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 ha. Young miss, are you hurt? Joie Fan, welcome home. Young miss. Young miss. Welcome. Home. Young Miss Luo, are you awake? Xiao Cui. Where's Sister Lei? Miss and Steward Zhua are in a meeting. She told me to watch over you. She also had me make this stew for you. Zhua Fan. Yeah, he's back. I'm going to see him. Slow down, young Miss Luo. You're still very much weakened. Please have this stew first. Steward Zhua isn't running anywhere. I don't care. I want to see him. Elder Lei. How is your cultivation? I am muddled, and have not advanced one layer in 2 years. But I feel I will break through soon. Muddled indeed. Though it's not your fault. It is hard for someone as old as you to advance. Zhua Fan, what do you mean by that? While you were gone for the last 2 years, we had to look after the Luo clan. And now that you're back, the first thing you do is point fingers. And you. When I came back yesterday, you said I cut straight to business instead of greeting you, that I was cold. So I spent all day catching up with what you have been doing over the years. But today, I need to resume my role as the steward. I told you to form a shadow corps before leaving to become our hidden ace. As well as our eyes and ears in Tianyu. Why is it that all you managed to contact are some small towns and some villages? You didn't place anyone in the capital, not to mention the 7 houses cities. You think it's that easy? 10 times I've sent people into Hell Valley City, but they were seized every time. Thankfully, they were loyal to us and died rather than say anything. Or else Hell Valley would have been upon us a year ago. Oh, did you not see how it's done when I got into Drifting Flowers City? Don't you even start. Just when I was close to forgetting, Steward Zhua had gone out for the glory of the clan, but never forgot to spare a certain someone his feelings, quite carefree I might add. If my men had even half your skills, they would have infiltrated the whole empire by now, even the palace. Well, whatever you may think, I did it all for the clan. Ha ha ha. Young Miss Lei misunderstands. Brother Zhua's thinking is unfathomable. I'm sure Brother Zhua had a good reason for letting those rumors appear. Look, didn't he bring back 2 experts like he promised? And you, old Pang. Well, brother, Good job. When I gave you the Wraithart, I didn't even think you'd survive. You not only survived, but even exceeded my expectations. Then why the hell did you give it to me then? Ha ha ha. But don't worry, since then, you have been transformed, and will be one of the irreplaceable pillars of the Luo clan in the future. He, big bro Zhua, I'm still a child. Cut me some slack. You rotten brat, how's your cultivation? Why ask when you already know? With your eyesight, you can see through everything. Big bro Zhua, I'm in the 9th layer of foundation establishment. On the verge of breaking through. Steward Zhua, young Master Yunhai has only been cultivating for 2 years. To reach such a level is a feat worthy of a genius. Oh, not bad indeed. How many hours a day did you cultivate? 3 hours. That's right, young Master Yunhai cultivated in earnest. Good, then from now on we will add 7 more hours, let's make it 10 hours a day. Big bro Zhua, I'll die. Hardly, by feeding you pills each day, death will long be forgotten. Plus, as the days pass you'll get used to it. But that would leave me with only 2 hours to rest. What about playing? Who told you that you have 2 hours to rest? An hour is enough, while the rest is for reading books. Otherwise, later, how are you going to be a clan head if you're stacked in all the right places except in the head? Young master. Pull yourself together. Most of the other heirs are pampered. This kid has a cold steward like Shuafan watching his back. Instead, he ended up with a miserable childhood. But with Shuafan's wicked planning and the kid's talent, his future is bound to be limitless. I don't know if it is a blessing or a disaster. It's getting late, you guys go get some rest first. Elder Yen, stay here for a while. Young miss, since you're already here, you might as well come in. Young miss, are you feeling better? Ha ha ha, let me introduce you. This is Elder Yen Song. He will be Luo clan's Pill House elder. The other is Elder Li Jingtian, the elder in charge of the arrays. As long as he operates the 5th grade arrays, no one can break through them. Greetings, two elders. Are you perhaps not satisfied? Steward Zhua, the Luo clan you describe is not at all as we've seen. We just found out yesterday that the Luo clan has no elders and that it is only around a second-rate clan. I never said anything about the Luo clan's extent when I invited you in. And barely speaking, you accepted my invitation of your own free will. But Steward Zhua, you said the Luo clan is the strongest clan in Tianyu. Are you saying it's my fault? Elder Yen, elderly. First of all, I would like to express my deepest gratitude for joining the Luo clan. I know we are a small clan, unfit of your greatness. But please believe me, with Steward Zhua and you, the Luo clan will become better and stronger. We, the Luo clan, will not disappoint you. If you still want to leave, I will not stop you. We can only say that we do not have this blessing. You two old coots better goddamn suck it up. You may dislike how weak the Luo clan is, but I promise you, in 5 years, I will make the Luo clan rise to the level of the 7 houses. And in 10 years, it will exceed them. If you want to leave, getting into the Luo clan is easy. But getting out, it will be done through the mud, cold and very much dead. Young Miss, Steward Zhua, we were only joking. Don't take it to heart. Please rise, elders, this isn't proper. Zhua Fan, you. I will let this matter rest here on account of the young miss. But I better not hear of this again. Get out. Thank you, Steward Zhua. Thank you, young miss. Zhua Fan, why do I feel you're more amazing than 2 years ago? I almost can't recognize you. Weren't you a bit harsh on them? Sister Lei and the others worked hard all this time. I know, and I am very pleased with their progress. They gave their all and exceeded my expectations. Then why did you? Ha ha ha. As leaders, one must mind both gratitude and show of power. I know how grateful you must have been for their hard work. So when I came back I showed them power. Otherwise, how would they know who is the leader of the Luo clan? But they are family. Going through thick and thin alongside us. Must we be so hard on them? People change with time. If your power does not change, then you must be wary of everyone around you. Today, they may be your most loyal men, and tomorrow, your worst enemies. Just like how the 7 houses were subjects to the empire at its founding, now they are a danger to it. Zhua Fan, you're truly frightening. Will there also be a day when you'll become our enemy? Perhaps. Then I would rather die at your hand than see you as one. Who can tell what the future holds? Sister, let's not talk about the future. The most important thing is now, Big Bro Zhua wants to kill me. Resting for only an hour a day, this is simply abuse. Steward Zhua, 10 hours a day, is it a bit? You don't have to say it, young miss, I am doing it for his own good. A bit of sweat now will save a lot of bloodshed later. Or you can just stop him from following the wishes of your father. You have to follow Steward Zhua's schedule, no more objections. No wonder Godfather sent us thousands of miles here to their rescue. This place already houses an amazing figure. What do you think of these arrays? The intricacies of these arrays are hard to grasp. But as long as a profound heaven expert or higher is in control of them, not even the four of us can escape. Blast it. If that's the case, then we've traveled all this way for nothing. They clearly have their defenses up. Third brother, orders are orders. And they were given by the marshal himself. Whether this place is a volcano, or an impenetrable fortress, we still have to go in. Have you forgotten the taste of the marshal's cane? When you entered a drunken rave last time. The four generals under Marshal Dugu extend their respects to Luo clan head. Why has war god Dugu, second of the four pillars, sent his men all the way over here? Could it be? Young miss, take the kid to his training. I'll go take a look. Big brother Zhua, the rest of my life's happiness has been ruined in your hands. You twerp who hasn't ever grown hair down there. How can your life be ruined? I am Luo clan's steward, Zhua Fan. I don't know the four of you are. Oh, we are the four generals under Marshal Dugu. Hearing of the Luo clan's peril, he ordered us to rescue you. Greetings, I am Dugu Feng. I am Dugu Lin. Dugu Hua. Dugu Shan. Wind, forest, fire, mountain. The four tigers of Tianyu. I've heard of them. Second of the four pillars, Dugu Zhantian, was married to his military career. He has no children, but four godsons of great bravery and power. The four have repeatedly rendered great military services. They are known as the four tigers of Tianyu. Dugu Feng, the eldest, is swift as the wind and excelled in surprise attacks, nicknamed Storm Tiger. Dugu Lin, the second, is as gentle as a forest, knowing the art of war by heart. For his calmness of mind, he is known as Crouching Forest Tiger. Dugu Hud, the third, burned like fire, and is just as blazing in temper as well. For his boldness, he is known as Raging Tiger. Dugu Shan, the fourth, is as steadfast as a mountain, hard as stone. Proficient in defense, he is known as Mountain Tiger. No endeavor the four had worked on ever failed. They were always inseparable from Dugu Zhantian. If the four of them arrived, then Dugu Zhantian. Steward Zhua, there's no need for you to look. We are the only ones here. Our orders carried us thousands of miles to rescue you all. Marshal Dugu and his forces are running a little late, I'm afraid. Oh, so Marshal Dugu is gracing us with his presence. Ha ha ha, I know. I shall inform the young miss and young master post-haste. You may return. He didn't even invite us in. This is outrageous. What kind of steward are you to act so unreasonably? We came all this way to help you, yet not only did you not show any appreciation, you even slammed the door behind you. That is no way to treat a guest. You're telling me you came to save us, and I'm supposed to believe that. What if you're in league with them? We just had a hard battle on our hands not a couple of days ago. Letting you in might drown the Luo clan in flames. So that's how it is. This steward isn't slighting us, but just overly cautious. That's understandable. We are Marshal Dugu's four generals. He has always been a frank and open person, and we are under strict orders. We are not the enemy here. Are you perhaps doubting Marshal Dogu's integrity? Marshal Dogu is a pillar of our empire, in charge of defense, which my clan admires him greatly. Our young miss and young master burn incense and pray every day for Marshal's health, to keep our nation safe. It's good that the Luo clan holds our godfather in such high regards. It makes our trip worthwhile. And how am I supposed to know that you are the real four tigers of Tianyu? After all, though, these days, there are too many fake things. Please look over Marshal Dogu's token. Like I said, there are many fake things around these days. If you yourself can't prove who you are, what good would a token do? Hey, stop messing around, punk. Us four tigers of Tianyu have roamed the empire for so many years, but not once has there been a case of someone copying us. You only have your ignorance to blame for not knowing who we are. You won't let us in, is that it? Wanna see how I make my way through, breaking those arrays of yours? See. You now show your true colors. Marshal Dogu's army runs under strict orders, bearing the love of the people. How can there be such brash people wanting to barge into someone's home in his army? You're no different from bandits. Third brother, stop nagging. Are you going to stain Marshal Dogu's name by charging into one's home? I apologize for my third brother's lack of courtesy. Please do not take it to mind, Steward Zhua. Can you trust us now? Trust. You almost had me there, but fortunately, I caught on to your game. Is that how Marshal Dogu's generals behave? Playing the good guy bad guy routine. Didn't you say Marshal Dogu is on his way? We'll just have to wait for him to prove your identities. Big brother, what should we do now? What else? Stay in a Windgay City's tavern. But how are we going to give a full report to Marshal when we can't even get in to assess the situation? Report the truth. Luo clan is more than it seems. In such a remote area, they can even set up 4 5th-grade arrays. It's best we wait for Marshal's personal intervention. What an aura. He is indeed the god of war. Everyone to your stations. The Luo clan's safety for the next few years is at stake here. Kid, you're up now. You better had learned your part. Big brother Zhua, do we have to do this? What do you think? Ha ha ha. The 4 of us. Greetings, Marshal. What's the situation? Is the Luo clan safe? The Luo clan is at peace. It's good we arrived in time. We did not fail His Majesty. Was there anyone making it hard on them? Well, this. Before we arrived, it would seem that the Luo clan had suffered a sneak attack. What? Then how are they? What are their losses? What about the attackers? Any prisoners? What of Luo clan head? Marshal, these things. We don't know anything about it. Then what have you been doing over the past few days, idling? Fonger, that's unlike you at all. You must have let the wine get to your heads and caused a scene. I'll settle your punishment later. Marshal, please hear us out. There are 4 5th-grade arrays in this backwater area. No wonder, His Majesty told me to come in person. Since this place is guarded by 5th-grade arrays, it makes sense that you can't get in. I won't blame you. Marshall, who said we can't? If not for Big Brother stopping me, I would have torn down those damn arrays long ago. You're a disgrace. How dare you charge into people's homes without an explicit order? If you had dared charge inside, I would have had your damn head for defying orders. Marshall, I was only venting. Don't take it seriously. Marshall, the Luo clan steward said he will let us in after you arrived. He must mean for you to personally go inside. Ha ha ha. I have come at the order of the Emperor to take a look at this Luo clan as well. But since there's a mighty figure inside, I would also like to meet him. Pass my order. The army is not to disturb the people and are to set camp 10 miles southeast of here. Marshall, that steward is extremely cautious. He will ask a ton of questions and will not hold a polite tone. Please do not get angry when you deal with him. You think my temper is short like you rascals? Third brother, your rage is more explosive than mine. That steward didn't do it out of caution. He wants to see the marshal in person. As to why, we shall soon find out soon. Linner is the most cool-headed among you, and can see things differently. He is right, the Luo clan must have wanted to see me. Then, I will just have to see for myself what's so great about this clan. Tianyu's marshal, Dugu Zhantian greets Luo clan head. I am Luo clan's steward, Zhua Fan. Welcome, Marshal Dugu, and the 4 generals. Oh, so you're that steward. I heard you're quite cautious, not trusting even my token in the hands of my generals. Why then do you believe who I am at the mere sight of me? Are you not afraid that I am also a fake? Marshal Dugu is the god of war. Who dare impersonate you? Even if someone did, none could copy your aura honed after numerous victories. Even if they could fake your aura, none could fake your military life. Nor the thick killing intent on you for fighting on the battlefield. Is there any other true man, a man old but holding strong still, in Tianyu? I could feel and hear from afar the might you possess. Only Marshal Dugu is capable of making my energy surge in my veins. My respect for you is like a flood, an unstoppable river. Like a never-ending sea, a mighty. Fine, I get it. This backwater town has many experts it seems, even this young steward. I am in awe. Then, little brother, is it possible to see Luo clan head? He's eagerly awaiting. Now do you believe us? Of course, I was too blind to see your greatness. I beg your pardon. I guess I was overthinking it, right? How could all of this be orchestrated by such a young pup? If that's the case, he would be the second coming of Zhu the Changfeng. Marshal, this way please. This is. Haha. Please don't take offense, Marshal. We have just recently gone through a bloody attack and are still tense. Our guards especially, training day and night. Will God of War be willing to say a few words to our young blood? The whole clan would be most grateful. With how Dugu Zhantian spent years on end on the battlefields, rather than between 4 walls, he'd be more comfortable in a tent. It's not in vain that I tore down all buildings and replaced them with tents, just to be able to share the same voice with this old marshal, to stir his sympathy. This is also a form of flattery. It's really hard to imagine. I have been leading the army for decades, and I think I have a good command of the army. But even I can't turn a batch of fresh recruits into dauntless warriors in such a short time. These children should be 10 years old at most, but they look strikingly similar to veterans after decades of war. Just what could they have possibly seen to harden their gaze? Never in my wildest dream did I expect to see this in a backwater clan. The world is filled with marvels. Sure enough, there is a great figure behind the Luo clan. Those who are not strong enough would have died long ago. Marshal. Our third-rate clan just went through a disaster and only the surviving few are training now. You must be thinking it's a sorry sight. No, hardly. The kids may not have cultivated, but their eyes are those of elites. If these are just your survivors, then your main guard unit that fell must have been monstrous. How could such a mighty guard ever need rescuing? This marshal is pragmatic. I see now why he is acclaimed as a god of war. He is an upright and just man. I'm sure he's as straightforward as the inside. Then Marshal, please feel free to point out some tips. No need. I would not dare show my meager skill before you. Steward Joie, I only wish to meet with your clan head. What kind of person is it? Not only did he set 4 5th-grade arrays, but he also trained such young warriors. I'm truly eager to see him. Just who is the leader of the Luo clan? He actually has such abilities, even move the god of war's heart and make him lower himself. However, these small few children are indeed far stronger than our own elites. It's no wonder. Since Marshal is so eager, please come with me. Our clan head is also waiting. The art of war is of vital importance to the state. It is a matter of life and death, a road either to safety or to ruin. Hence it is a subject of inquiry which can on no account be neglected. The art of war, then, is governed by 5 constant factors, to be taken into account in one's deliberations, when seeking to determine the conditions obtaining in the field. That's the art of war. Who is reading? Oh, I almost forgot, young master had been training for 10 hours. He needs some rest. Follow up to see. These are the moral law, heaven, earth. Steward Joie, he. Ha ha ha. Luo clan's young master, Luo Yunhai. From young to old, all of Luo clan admires Marshal Dugu. All of us adhere to military doctrine. Especially the young master, who is training while studying, hoping to one day serve under the marshal. Why does the clan head of this Luo clan with his impressive soldiers wish to be under me? Everything about this clan is mysterious. Just what are they after? Marshal, will you accept our young master? Well, of course. If the youth wishes to serve his nation, to enter the battlefield. Perfect. Young master, what are you still waiting for? Marshal is willing to accept you. Go and pour him tea. Finally out of that damn position. I almost couldn't take it. Steward Joie, that was. Marshal Dugu needn't say anything. My clan head would be immensely pleased to know you showed such care for the young master. He will be grateful for all his life. You may not know it, but this was our clan head's cherished dream. Marshal Dugu. It's really you. Tone it down on the boasting. Steward Joie, this is. Oh, I haven't introduced you. She is our young Miss, Luo Yunchang. Really? Just now the drama is too much. It's okay. So cute. Yep, she is no less than Jiaochan. And Luo Yunchang is also a rare beauty. Marshal Dugu, today you can accept our young master. It is the greatest joy that ever graced the Luo clan. Why not make it even better by becoming kin? What, kin? I don't know if clan head will agree. No worries, Dad would definitely agree. It is his cherished wish. The four of them have been fighting in the battlefield for decades, and they have already passed the age of maturity, so it is time to start a family. Since clan head agrees, then I'm more than happy to do it. Please have some tea. Luo Yunhai greets Godfather. What did you just call me? Marshall only agreed to take him as a soldier. How did it jump from that to being a godson? Is it wrong of me to call you Godfather? Yeah, Marshall, didn't you say it yourself that you wanted to be kin? The Grand Marshal Dogu is going back on his word over such a trivial matter. True, Steward Zhua only spoke of being kin, not carrying on to elaborate on its type. For Luo Yunhai to call me Godfather is also a type of kin. It's just that only Luo Yuncheng was there at the time. I believed it could only be through marriage. But now that Luo Yunhai is kneeling and offering tea, isn't his action clearly done for a godfather ceremony? Sigh, how could I be so careless? Steward Zhua, then what you meant by kin was in fact. Yes. Did Marshall perhaps think otherwise? I thought. I also thought it was this. Ha ha ha, outstanding. Then young master, hurry and kowtow 3 times to your godfather. I wanted to give my godsons a sister-in-law, only to end up giving them a younger brother, instead. Let it be. With his talent and Luo clan's elite army, in 2 years of training under me, he ought to turn up as another tiger, no. Yunhai, today, you take me as your godfather, so you must follow the rules of the Dogu house. I am a man that separates private and public matters. Now that you are in the Dogu army, and if I am still in armor, you must address me as marshal. Disobey any military rule and I will punish you according to the martial law, no exceptions. Your 4 brothers can attest to that. Yes, Godfather. Marshal. Furthermore, as you are now my godson, you are not to shame my name. Or your head shall fall. Yes, Marshal. Congratulations, Marshal, for getting another bright godson. I am most certain our young master will not let you down. Congratulations, generals, you have now an outstanding brother. Young master shall be indebted to you looking after him, ha ha ha. Enough blabber. We have enough brothers as it is, millions in fact. We don't need more. All we wanted was a sister-in-law. Who knew the young miss knew how to work her charms. She got the 4 of them hooked without so much as an eye batting. Steward Zhua, now that I have Yunhai as godson, don't you think it's time I see your clan head? I do believe clan head wished he could meet Marshall for a long time. Please come with me. Marshall, please. This is Clan head, your most esteemed and revered Marshal Dogu has come to see you. You must be so happy. I never would have thought the Battle of Windgate City just now was so disastrous that even the family head was killed in battle. I've come too late. Steward Zhua, if you don't mind me asking, are the 4 5th grade arrays outside due to Clan Head? It is indeed so. Clan Head was but a bone-tempering cultivator, but that didn't stop him from reading the starry sky and the land's layout, grasping arrays and alchemy alike. Those arrays were personally placed by the Clan Head. Regarding the intricacies of a 5th grade array, not even a radiant stage expert could claim to understand them fully. Clan Head was a truly extraordinary man. I see why His Majesty sent me to your rescue. But as a mere bone-tempering cultivator, the Luo clan head could set 4 5th-grade arrays. He had to be the genius of the millennium. What a pity. But unfortunately, he was only in the bone-tempering stage and was too weak to control the arrays fully and repel the stronger invaders. If only he was still alive, I would have asked him to join my army as general. He would have been a great help to my army in fighting back the Chuanrong. Thank God I wasn't stupid enough to say I set them up, or they'd be hauling me to the borders. That would be dreadfully scary. And who was the filth that dared attack the Luo clan, making you suffer so much, and even kill clan head? Perfect. Marshall does not know how cruel and terrifying they were. We had 100,000 people on Blackwind Mountain, now reduced to less than 10,000. When were there ever 100,000 men on this mountain? Such bastards slaughtering common folk live in my country. Now that I've returned to court, I will make sure to uproot this evil from our nation and bring it to peace. Please, Marshal, bring us justice. Please, Godfather, Marshal, bring justice to the Luo clan. Be at ease, I do not tolerate such meaningless slaughter. I will have them taste the fist of justice for you. Don't worry, not to mention that Yunhai is now our little brother. Even if we do not have any relationship, the 4 tigers will never let such criminals live. That's eldest brother for you. Swift to act. Just leave it to us. With the support of the 4 generals, the entire Luo clan is really grateful. Ha ha ha. It's only proper. As their godfather, I have the final say in not only the peace in Tianyu, but to what lady fits them as well. I definitely want to take care of this matter to the end. Steward Zhua, who are they, where do they come from? I will immediately send my troops to flatten them all. Marshal Dogu is a true god of war, in power and manners. I will be straight with you. One of those fiends was Hell Valley. I am certain that Marshal's army can uproot every single one of them, raise their nest to the ground, restore peace. Wait, come again. It was Hell Valley. Why, is it perhaps difficult, Marshal? Difficult, he says. Since when was it so easy to act against the 7 houses? No wonder His Majesty asked me to come. It was only natural, since only the 4 pillars could reign in the 7 houses of Tianyu. Why didn't you say anything, Your Majesty? Now I can't go back on my word after boasting about it. Old Marshal, would it be possible for us to go with your army when you set out? To cheer you on. Steward Zhua, are you sure it's Hell Valley? Do you have any proof? This is a very serious matter. Attacking the 7 houses without a reasonable charge, the whole empire will rise up against us. Right, that's my concern as well. Do you have any proof? Those who came to attack the elders were all killed. Where is the proof? They fled too fast and left nothing behind. Since there's no proof, However fast they ran, their spies, the Sun Clan and Kai Rong, our former elder, with his son, were left behind and are in our custody. That should be enough proof. A spy of no importance, that has absolutely no relation with anyone from Hell Valley, can hardly be considered proof. Exactly. I'm not trying to avoid this, but my hands are tied without hard evidence. Or I would have set out with my army at once, trampling Hell Valley into the ground. I couldn't just attack the important 7 houses on a whim. Otherwise, it would ruin the entire Tianyu. This old goat keeps skirting around instead. You don't want to get involved in it. Then I'll have to make Dugu Zhantian and those bastards get in a conflict. Even a minor skirmish is better than nothing. Steward Zhua. Our scouts report, there are 3 floating lights above Windgaze City. We don't know what they are. Godfather. Let's go have a look. Messaging Jade slips. Fonger, you go grab them and see who sent them. He is just a fifth layer of bone-tempering cultivator yet, but he could fly as fast as a profound heaven expert. I never thought that such a young steward actually possesses such a skill. That's quite impressive. Marshal Dugu, weren't you looking for proof? Here it is, hee hee hee. That's right. These are Hell Valley, Pale King Hall, and Mary Wood's 3 house leaders sending their orders to their elders and venerables. Marshal Dugu. Is this enough? Is this proof, foolproof? So when can we expect you to charge on Hell Valley? I will need His Majesty's approval to move the army. Don't worry, I will take the proof to court and definitely bring justice to the Luo clan. Marshal. Won't it be convenient to deal with Pale King Hall and Mary Woods as well since you're at it? As you can see, the foolproof also involves them as well. Hell Valley is bad enough, now you want those 2 dealt with as well. Why not repeat history and jump straight to a full-blown war with the 7 houses like the one 1,000 years ago? I will report to His Majesty and abide by his ruling. Oh, that's also fine. But Marshal, since you're returning to the court, mind including one little thing in your report. What, there's more. This might be a bit tricky though. We knew they were working behind the scenes, but there's no solid proof about them. It's up to Marshal if you wish to mention them. The one behind 3 houses. Ha ha ha. To Marshal it is no one important. But to us, a small clan, it is a colossus. Only under Marshal's wing can we survive. Who exactly are they? Regent Estate. So that's how it is. I may not fear Regent Estate, but my Dugu army is the defense of the nation. How can it be worn down in civil war? What's wrong, Marshal Dugu? You guys sure are awesome. I can't make a rash decision in this. I will return to camp and think it through. Oh, why do I suddenly feel so dizzy? Marshal Dugu, if you disregard us, what about the promise you made in front of Clan Head Spirit Tablet to bring us justice? Godfather, Marshal, you promised me. Fine, fine, I am a man of my word. However, let me wrap my head around it first. My camp is only 10 miles from here. With me here, no one will bother you. Let's leave it at that, goodbye. Although this Marshal Dugu may not want to contest with the 7 houses, well, let's go back too. He did promise us safety at least. Big Brother Zhua, do I really have to join Marshal's army? Of course. Dugu Zhantian is a great general, the man who held the frontiers for decades, with 4 tigers under him. It is your fortune to be trained by him. Why don't you do it then? Wasn't he fascinated by your arrays? There's no need. Then what about me? You either go with Dugu Zhantian, or cultivate 10 hours a day. Army, here I come. Zhuafan, what if making him a godson fails? Would you have married me off to make a tie with 4 pillars? In regards to political marriage, using you to get the 4 pillars on our side is as good a move as any. In fact, we'd be the ones truly winning here. We can even go a step further and get the best out of it by having you marry Dugu Hua. He is so impulsive and easy to use. You go to hell. What? Isn't it all for Luo clan? Besides, what difference does it make who you aren't even marrying? Marshal. Why do I have the odd feeling we've been played? In our trip to Blackwind Mountain, we didn't get anything cleared. Yet ended up with a godson and a heavy responsibility. At the end of the day, we are now tied with Luo clan. To the point we'd be fighting 4 houses together. What is this? Half a month later. I've been handling every little matter in the Luo clan these few days. I also had to look after the guards and shadow corpse cultivation. The time for cultivation is seriously lacking. Since Luo Yunhai has gone to the army, the Luo clan is so quiet. The kid was sharp and slowly started to grow on the old guy. Soon, Marshall began treating him like his favorite. This pair of godson and godfather finally shows results, I can rest assured now. He. I was beginning to worry I'd have no excuse to get that old man to march on you. But who'd have thought you'd come instead? It doesn't get any better than this. Steward Zhua, what do you need of me? Go to Dugu army camp. And tell the old man, trouble has come to Luo clan. What, enemy attack? Where? Can I go see? What's the hurry? It's just a reason, don't worry about that. Just go ask for help. Our supporters are here, I'm the owner. I cannot let them wait for so long. I wonder if the attack already started. I hope we're not too late. If there ever had been an attack, it had to have happened already with how quiet the city is. However, Windgaze City is forbidden to us from the 7 houses. Shouldn't we scout it first? One must do what he has to do. Let's go. Chu Bijuan, stop right there. Valley Lord, what's the meaning of this? He. We don't talk in front of people, but we all know why we're here. Too bad, you're too late. What? You mean you already? Correct, we knew you'd come to help the Luo clan. No matter how fast you rushed here, could it be faster than the message Jade slips? If my calculations are correct, our forces hidden in Windgaze City had long received our orders and assaulted the Luo clan 2 weeks ago. By now, the Luo clan should be nothing but a pile of corpses, ha. This is a problem. In this case, it all bore down to the imperial family's response. If they were any more passive, the Regent Estates campaign would go unchecked. At that time, Regent Estates' first targets are our 3 houses. Sorry. It seems we have sorely disappointed you. The Luo clan hasn't seen blood for over a month. Not even a chicken's. Zhua fan. Since this kid is here, then the Luo clan should be safe and sound. Weren't you supposed to be killed on your way back? How could? Oh, you mean those dead bags of bones? He. They all died by my hands, no exceptions. What, how is that possible? You call a 5th layer profound heaven expert and above strong. Ha. They didn't look like it. From the mental point of view, that is. Let's take it from the top. Mary Wood's elders were retards, no question about it. I mean, who the hell closes his eyes when laying an ambush? I had an easy time getting behind them and making sure their eyes forever remained closed. He. Guess that's where Mary Woods excels at. A bunch of idiots. Ha. Is that the kind of fools you should be sending? Zhua fan. What of my 3rd and 4th elders? What have you done with them? Of course, they died too. But you can't blame me for that. Who told them to be ponces? All I could do was fulfill their cherished wish and send them on their merry way together, to never part even in the afterlife. He. Zhua fan. It's either you or me. TSK, that's my line. The elders of Hell Valley and the Regent Estate were all killed. Especially the third and fourth elders, those two are far stronger than the Diamondback Ape. This clearly points out the other two houses' elders were by no means weak. But even so, he killed all 6 of them perfectly, coming out of it without so much as a scratch. I have only been awake for a few months now. I can't imagine that the world is changing so fast. The revered 7 houses have not only been taunted but ridiculed to such a degree. There is already a big storm coming. The position of the 7 houses will be reshuffled again. Zhua Fan. You rotten punk, today I will bury you. Kill him. Save him. For Drifting Flowers Edifice's benefit, Zhua Fan has to come out unharmed. You old farts, come and get me if you have the guts. You won't get to touch a single hair of mine regardless of where we'd been. That goes especially here, in my domain. Well, any takers? Fan. Zhua Fan. Not good. Stop them. Rainbow Cloud Palm. No, split up. Ha ha ha. You guys are smart. In this desperate situation, even with Zhua Fan's godly skills, there is no way to survive. This is TH grade spiritual weapon. Dragons having crescent blade. Ha ha ha. Nice, Yuan Shan. I didn't think you'd recognize my trusted battle companion. Tianyu's great marshal, god of war Dugu Zhantian, one of the 4 pillars, how could he personally come to a backwater town? This is bad. Why is he here? Marshal, this is between us and the punk. I hope you won't meddle. Ha ha ha. You must be joking. The Emperor ordered me to defend Windgaze City, and you're implying your casual words carry more weight than His Majesty's. Humph, Yuan Shan, the 7 houses' prestige must have gotten to your head and made you forget your place. What, the Emperor's edict? The imperial family is going to do it for real. Damn Regent Estate. For the first time in a century, the imperial family finally stood their ground. This should curb Regent Estate's arrogance in the future. Marshal, knowing that you stand guard at Windgaze City, I shall not cross into it. However, Zhua Fan killed many of our elders and even crippled my 5th elder's arm. I ask that you hand him over for us to handle. This great favor will one day be repaid by our 3 houses. Since going into Windgaze City was out, ripping Zhua Fan apart isn't that bad of a trade-off. Is what he said. What are you droning on about? Do you know how close we are with Marshal Dugu? How dare you have such gall as to ask Marshal Dugu to hand me over? That is outrageous. I have nothing to do with you. He's going to cry out. Let me tell you. Our young master is Luo Yunhai, Marshal Dugu's 5th godson. Kid, don't go too far. Heh heh. Yuan Shan, you got any idea who I am? I'm the great Luo clan's steward, the trusted aide of young miss and young master. Asking for Marshal to hand me over is the same as asking for my young master, the same as having Marshal hand over one of his 4 generals. Now you tell me,